How do you actually usually study to understand the lectures?
I always use AI tools to study.
Can you elaborate?
I usually use AI like Learn or Notebook LM. Sometimes I use Cloud AI in Gemini.
How do you usually use that?
If I use Learn in Notebook LM, I always I upload file from lecture slide, and then I ask AI to generate slide deck and infographic.
All of that not, how do you actually try to remember or understand new information that you just learned?
I used to talk with AI if I don't understand the information that they give, and if I try to remember, I always read it back and write it.
What strategies that you use to help you to learn better, especially in understanding the content of the lectures?
I always plan how to, especially when lecturers want to give quiz. Yes. When do I read the notes, and when do I try to make a quiz for myself.
Oh, so you set a time for all of that activities. So my last question is that what challenges do you face when you learning?
Sometimes my plan didn't work because I procrastinate.
Yeah, I understand that.
Through the interview, I learned that both I and Joe have similarities, which is we both use AI when we don't understand something on slide, and we both study before quizzes. We study only before quizzes, and unfortunately, both of us procrastinate a lot. So a lot of my own plan too, I didn't follow it because I procrastinate. And then both of us read and write things repeatedly to memorize it. But that is for me, I only use it before quizzes. The differences between us is that I do ask lecturers if I don't understand the lectures, but it really depends on the class itself. They seem if the lecturer seems to be easygoing and don't attack student when student ask question, I will be more willing to be active in the class. And then I don't set time specifically, especially in my study, because it never worked for me. So I think that if I set the times, it always took me much more longer to understand things. So I prefer my study plan to be much more flexible. And then another difference is that when I upload the lecture slide to AI, I don't ask AI to generate it to slide back. I straight out ask AI to generate exam notes based on that slide without leaving anything important, and then I will learn from that exam notes, because I believe that it is much more structured if I use exam note style. And then if you see from the interview, Joy used a lot of AI tools, and she explored a lot of AI tools to accommodate with her study. But then I am very peculiar with my AI tools, which is I only use two, Gemini and Notebook LM, because I really don't trust another AI tools, and then I'm already comfortable with that two AI tools. I think there are two ways that Jo can improve herself, which is in aspect of her memory strategies, which is he tried to read repeatedly and write it back. But then again, the strategies is not very effective because it only happen in short term memories. We cannot memorize it in a long term memory. So to combat that, I think that John need to use active recall, not only read and not only write it back, but also practice herself with quizzes or flashcards so that she can really understand it and remember it and store it in the long term memory. I think to beat her procrastination, Joe need to make her time to be much more micro. She did fix time for everything that she do, but I believe that when she fix her time to be reach much more smaller goal, I think she will be much more motivated to do her study plan instead of procrastinate, such as when she fixed her time with reading notes from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. She could generate it to small output, like generate one infographic for chapter 1. So it gives her much more flexible goal, so she doesn't have to be much more pressure, and then she will do it more willingly because it's easy, right? We just need to read it and just need to generate infographics. So this is for me. Thank you. Jem.
Thank you for your time, and that's it from us.
Bye.
Bye.